Minnesotans are proud to be from the land of 10,000 lakes. We put this tagline on sweatshirts, bumper stickers, illustrations, even headlines for captivating news articles. But what you won't hear is a Minnesotan refer to their state as the land of 4,000 polluted lakes, especially because these coveted lakes and bodies of water are being polluted by our own proud outdoorsmen. Specifically, Minnesota anglers. While Minnesota is referred to the land of 10,000 lakes, a simple Google search would tell you that there are actually 11,842 lakes, and the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources will tell you that almost 40% of Minnesota lakes and rivers are polluted. I've been an avid fisherman in Minnesota for over 10 years and can tell you firsthand Minnesota anglers are contributing to the pollution problem. During the summer months, you'll find anything from floating trash, could be cigarette boxes, cigarette butts, trash at boat launches, plastic of all kinds, aluminum cans, objects pulled from the bottom of the lake, which could be anything from boots to trash bags to vehicle parts that are found, trash bags left on the shoreline, basically anything that you can think of as far as trash goes. I avidly fish in the winter, which requires a little bit more gear, considering the fact that you're sitting directly on the water. Anything left sitting on the ice will eventually end up at the bottom of the lake. I've walked out onto the ice and found propane tanks, plastic, again, aluminum cans, cigarette butts. This is not firsthand, but according to an article in the Duluth News Tribune, there have been plastic bags of human waste found on the ice, all of which is very harmful. Once a piece of trash is deposited into one of our lakes, it's very likely that it'll never be retrieved. Our ecosystems are very fragile. Floating trash can often be eaten by fish and birds alike, causing chemicals to be released into their bodies, which can obviously be fatal. It can lead to reproductive system issues, which can lead to mutations, which we have seen in the past. Trash left on the ice is not only an eyesore, but it also has potential to negatively affect the water quality, especially if litter remains while the ice melts. Now, there are a few things that are being done to prevent litter in the lakes and rivers. The Minnesota DNR monitors and patrols areas that are known to be problematic, which is great. Conservation officers will issue litter citations if they see firsthand and can prove that somebody is leaving litter or trash behind on the ice or boat launches, dumping over the side of the boats, things like that. Now, the good thing is there are some anglers out there that will pick up after others who are less courteous. I do everything that I can to be one of those people. There are certain times where somebody may overlook something that they have done, make an honest mistake, leave something on the ice. So I think if we all can do our part to pick up after everybody else, we'll be able to continue to preserve our waters. Some of the personal reasons I have to keep our lakes clean. We have a very beautiful landscape here in Minnesota. It's definitely worth protecting. Our lakes and rivers are amazing natural resources that we should definitely not take for granted. Many people count on our healthy waters for prosperity, also ways to acquire food, recreation. Tourism is obviously a very big industry in Minnesota. Continued traditions. We want to leave our lakes and waters the way that we found them to preserve our legacy for our children and grandchildren. Now, in conclusion, with such an amazing natural resource, I believe it's unacceptable to have almost a 40% pollution rate in Minnesota waters. The cleanliness of waters does not only matter in Minnesota, but every single body of water on our planet. I think we owe it to ourselves to conserve our waters, which will allow us to continue to enjoy the resource, recreation, beauty, tradition we have all grown accustomed to. For these reasons, I urge every single angler to be aware of the waste you create. Every person has the ability to make sure that they leave our waters the way that we found them. I would also ask for each one of us to never leave a piece of trash, even if it's not ours. Picking up trash that isn't ours is just our way of doing our best part. We all make mistakes, we all leave things behind, but the more that we can do as an individual, the more that we will ensure that we will preserve our amazing waters in Minnesota. I hope this provides everybody with incentive to pick up after yourself, pick up after others when you can, and continue to preserve our great resource in Minnesota. Thank you.